So we are on our way down to the Bend area in Oregon. The whole family with us. Kira's behind us, which is kind of fun because it's been a little bit since she's come with us on a trip. But we have a fun weekend in store for us. We're going to do some off-roading, some hiking, general exploring, including the Overland Expo today in Redmond. So should be a fun weekend. Thanks for joining. Here we go. Bend, Oregon has long been a favorite destination of mine. It quite literally has something for everyone, from hiking to biking to skiing and snowboarding in the winter, and of course, overlanding. The first stop on this trip is visiting the Overland Expo in Redmond. I didn't record too much while we were here, but I definitely enjoyed looking around at all the booths, seeing all the cool new innovations, and meeting some new people. If you've never been to an expo like this, I highly recommend checking one out. Apparently, this is what I sound and look like when I'm at the show. But after a few hours at the show, it was time to head off to find our camp. And I was a little bit nervous because we were getting out here kind of late in the day. And being at an Overland Expo, you know there's a bunch of Overlanders out here. So we'll see what we can find. I get asked a lot how I find all the different camp spots that I do. There's a few different ways that I search, but my favorite way is to actually use Google Earth. If I know I'm going to a new area that I've not explored yet, I'll spend sometimes hours flying around Google Earth looking for forest roads like these, and then I'll follow those forest roads until I hopefully find what is usually a pretty obvious turnaround or a spot that might already have a bonfire pit, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, our first spot that we came to that I had pinned was already taken. And as you can see now, spot number 2 already has a Jeep there as well. So we're going to spot number 3. It's always good to have a backup and multiple backups on trips like this. After spending the time to look on Google Earth and find spots like this, I honestly thoroughly enjoy just the exploration part of it, driving around, sometimes striking out if a spot just doesn't work out to be a good camp spot, the road's closed, or if there's someone already in the spot. But when it does work out, like in this case, it's amazing. So after our Tillamook trip a couple weeks ago, where Angel got to learn a whole lot more about off-roading, I'm slowly getting her driving more on this trip, just doing little things to slowly start learning some of the little tricks and just little tips on all kinds of things. I can't really be more specific than that. For this little thing I'm teaching her. So we found our camp spot, but we're a little off on our level here for the tent. And so I have a couple rocks down there and in front of the wheel. And so when you're doing this, usually, not always, depends on the size of the rocks, you want to go to 4-wheel drive, because 2-wheel drive, you can end up spinning out on one of them and you end up moving the rock as opposed to climbing up on it to level your Jeep or level your rig. But the tip there is that you want to have really slow, consistent throttle. Otherwise, you'll end up still spinning out, or you'll roll up and over your rock, and then you're back down to square one. So we're going to work with Angel to do easy throttle. I went ahead and put it in 4-wheel drive because that just makes it easier. Or she put it in 4-wheel drive to make it easier. And we're going to get her up on top of these rocks to level out the Jeep for camp. All right. Just slow, consistent throttle. And then I'll tell you when to stop once you've reached the high point.
Okay, I took the foot off the brake.
Yep.
Okay. Slow.
Just nice and slow. You're going forward. You want to be in reverse.
You didn't tell me that.
Uh-huh.
You didn't.
All right, so back up a little bit. I'll tell you when you get to the rocks, then you can just roll up on top. You got like a foot to go.
Oh.
And, nope. All right, now you're on them. All right, now nice and easy up on the rocks.
In reverse.
Yes, in reverse this time, please.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go. Keep going. All right, take 2. Go ahead. right when I said, there it is, I hit stop to try to make you stop. So that was really funny. Right as she got to the top of the rock and I said stop, I hit the stop record button as if I was gonna help her stop at all. But she did perfectly. Kira's cold. She got a little sunburn today.
More than a little.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just finding that right throttle pressure, which at first she wasn't doing quite enough, and so it just kind of sat there stagnant. But just finding that spot where it does want to start crawling and then just be ready to hit that brake. Usually what I do on things like that is I'll have my right foot over the throttle, my left foot over the brake. So the second you get to the top, you're not switching from one foot to the other because then it can just roll off. So instead, as soon as you get to the top, let off the gas, hit the brake at the same time. If you've driven clutch, this all makes sense. But that's the best way to do that without rolling off and having to do it again. Now to set up camp and eat some dinner. On this trip, we finally get to use this new tent from Dometic. It's pretty unique in the sense that it doesn't use aluminum for its structure, but instead air. Let's see how big it is in there. Oh, and this stinky girl right here takes up a lot of space.
Okay.
Because she's so stinky. Oh, never mind. That's the stinky one. That's the stinky one. But this thing is pretty good size. I mean, our two big bags fit in here really well. Has the massive windows on both sides, plus a skylight up there, some net storage up here, some more net storage down on the corners.
Why do you so much net storage?
Because you need all kinds of things. So Angel and I will be sleeping in this tonight. Decided to try it out. Kids, I brought a 2-person tent. We're gonna set that up right over here.
Great.
And spoiled much? Excuse me?
I am not spoiled. You mustn't be sitting
But
on
as soon as you found out that you were sleeping on the ground, you're like, I don't want to sleep on the ground. I do all the time when I backpack. In the past, we've always used a 4-person rooftop tent. But the advantages of swapping over to a 2-person tent is that 1, my wife and I have our own space, as well as the kids, and it gives me more room on the roof rack to carry just a variety of things that normally would be inside the Jeep taking up space. Our system is constantly evolving though, and that's the fun part. Always getting to try something new and just see if it's better or sometimes worse. So we got to camp kind of late, so we're not cooking tonight. It's just too late to do that. Tonight's a simple dinner. We got pepperoni, cheese, beer. Lunch. How'd you sleep? Goodies. The munchkin is still asleep. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey. Munchkin. 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 I know you're awake. Well, look who decided to wake up. Good morning. Even though our system is always changing, I'm actually pretty happy with this iteration of what we have. Not only do I love the tent, but having some separation from the kids was quite nice. beautiful sunrise was pretty amazing this morning. It's quiet out here besides the occasional moo from the cows that are roaming around. But yeah, now everyone's starting to slowly wake up. It's time to make some breakfast. We're gonna have some breakfast s'mores. If you've never seen one of our previous videos about breakfast s'mores, you're in for a treat, and this is something you're gonna have to try. So here we go. Who, by a show of hands, wants bacon? Only one? Two? Does Kira want bacon? Can you tell which one is not the morning person? Are you a morning person, buddy? Yeah. Mommy is not a morning person. So with the breakfast s'mores, you take your typical s'more, then you add bacon, raspberries, and peanut butter all in the mix. The one thing we forgot to buy was peanut butter or bring, and so instead we have these perfect peanut butter bars. So we're improvising. I'm gonna cut little slices and we'll put that in with the s'mores. Should give the same effect. These are pretty much just peanut butter anyways. Again, I know it might sound weird, but these have honestly become an absolute favorite of ours that we don't do every morning when we camp, but quite often they're absolutely delicious. Don't eat all the raspberries, you crazy. Another little hack that we've discovered recently are these cookies. They have chocolate already built into the cookie itself, which already has kind of a graham cracker like flavor. It just removes one step, makes the whole process of s'mores or breakfast s'mores just a lot easier and more delicious. That looks pretty good, buddy.
Whoa.
All right, take a big bite, dude. Let me know how it is.
Lean forward.
How is it, dude?
No.
She doesn't want to eat it on film.
No.
Because she's like, it's so messy. Got her. Look how delicately you ate that. Perfect. No crumbs or anything. So for anyone who didn't see the first video, we talked about the breakfast s'mores back on our California trip. So you can go back to our videos from that. We did a big loop in California last year. But this s'more was created by Kira daring me a few years ago we were just making normal s'mores in the morning, and we just happened to have bacon and raspberries sitting there. And so she's like, Dad, I dare you to throw on some bacon. I was like, sure, bacon makes everything better. And then before I could eat it, she's like, Dad, I dare you to put peanut butter on it. And I was like, whatever. Dad, I dare you to put raspberries on it. I'm like, we've gone this far. And it ended up being one of the best creations ever. It sounds weird with the peanut butter and the raspberries and the bacon and all the s'mores, but it's honestly just killer. It's so good. While we pack up camp, enjoy these sunrise views. So we're all packed up. We went over the whole area that we camped at, picked up everything, didn't leave any trash. That's super important so that these lands can stay open for us to use so people don't end up closing them because there is garbage and everything. If there is garbage, do your part, pick it up. Fortunately here there was none. But yeah, now we're on to do a little hike to Double Falls out near Bend. Also, a little hack. When we're done, I always smash my garbage back on the backside of my wheel up to the glass. It's not going anywhere. It's a really good spot to keep it out of the Jeep so you don't stink up your Jeep. Keep it out here. It's not going to go anywhere. I tie a big knot on the top so nothing's going to fall out. And then when we get to a spot where we can dispose of it, we do that. That's a really good spot to put that.
Hi. What you doing?
I gotta get a picture of you. Yeah. Let me get
It's
a picture
okay.
of that person.
It's okay.
If you know me, no road trip or overland trip is complete without a good bakery stop. And this ended up being a great spot. right, so we just got to the trailhead for Tumalo Falls. We are heading up to, I believe it's Double Falls, and I've always wanted to see it. It looks like a beautiful waterfall. Overlanding means something different to everybody. For me, overlanding is a good mixture of off-roading, camping, but also sightseeing and hiking like this. Not only does it give us a break from the Jeep, but we get to take in just amazing views like this. So the view from the bottom, which is like right next to the parking lot. So that's all you want to do. That's a great little spot, great view. But we want to hike to the top of the falls. It's only 2 miles round trip, so super easy. Even this one will do that. Right, Munchkin? What? Will you take those out so I can talk to you? Yeah, on our way up. As much as I love a good long hike, usually on these family overland trips, I try to find as many of these short but fun and beautiful hikes as I can. Not only are we getting to see these beautiful places, they also do a really good job at breaking up longer drives, which is good for us and the kids. Apparently our kids have a secret handshake that turns into a Kira carrying Asher. Had no idea until today. The things you find out on a road trip. What a beautiful waterfall up here. So cool looking down over the face of a tall waterfall. It definitely wasn't a 1 mile hike up like I thought it was. That was like quarter, half mile at most. Regardless of what it was, I can't recommend this little hike enough. Whether you want to go to the bottom or hike up to the top or even further to some other waterfalls, this is a great place to visit for just about anybody. But now we're back in the Jeep to head back to the Overland Expo for a little bit before finding camp tonight with some friends. And here, I'm teaching Asher how to dance. Showed up.
We survived the show.
They were there all weekend. I can only imagine the mental fatigue.
It was hot. We talked to a lot of people. It's cool to meet folks and all that, but man, it's a lot of people to talk to. Yeah. We had fun. But yeah. I'm glad it's over.
Now we go camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we can have fun.
Just have some fun. Yes, let's do it.
Overlanding with my family is my #1 favorite thing. But right behind #1 is overlanding with friends. It makes it so much fun. And getting out with Patrick and Amanda from Rugged Destinations is always a good time, and we always look forward to our time with them. Just a couple hours west of downtown Bend is Mount Washington, as you see right there. And it's where our next camp spot that I'm really excited about is going to be. This is an area that I've not spent really any time in, so it's definitely that much more fun to just explore new roads, see new sights, and again, the camp spot we're going to is unlike any camp spot I've ever been to before, and I cannot wait to show you. Perfect. We're +1 on our nose, and we're just 1 down over there, but I'll take that. Then we have a nice slope down. to our feet. So we made it to camp. And we don't really have much of a view at camp. But if we walk just up that hill up there, the view of Mount Washington, which you can just barely see through the trees up there, is insane. It's kind of cool. It's black sand beach in the middle of the forest. Such a wild find. Yeah, we got camp set up. There's my Jeep. There's a Gladiator. There's that beautiful thing. And yeah, now it's time for tacos. There are all kinds of ways you can eat on the trail. But by far, one of our favorite ways, especially to Asher, is to have tacos. They're easy, they're quick, and they're delicious. There's no better combo. I didn't record much more on this night. It was fun just enjoying each other's company, enjoying tacos, and the beautiful scenery. And sometimes that's okay. Good morning. So, Buddy and I just got up. Actually, I got up a little bit ago for sunrise. And he just now woke up. But it's cold. Definitely colder than I thought it was going to be. Would have been nice to have had pants. But the sun is coming up. So it's going to warm up soon. But we're just sitting here. I made some coffee. Enjoying the beautiful day. And then we have some more fun in store for today. Do you think you can get out of that?
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know. You're pretty buried. You're pretty in there, dude. Well, we'll come back next week and get you, okay? After enjoying a quiet morning at camp, it was time to break down and watch how fast this tent goes away. Just like that, couple folds, done. I love this tent. This place is so cool. I really don't understand the geography of this place, but black sand dunes in the middle of the forest just doesn't compute in my head. But it's amazing, and it's such a cool little area just to bomb around, have fun in the sand. Yeah, this is a cool little area. I like it. But now we are heading to a cave, and this cave has a couple holes in the top side. And we should be getting there at the right time of day where these light rays will cast down through those holes. And it looks really cool from photos I've seen, so I'm excited to go and see it.
Daisies blooming, sundress swaying in the breeze. Can't stop staring. You've put a spell on me, and I hope that you never decide to set me free. The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet. The greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you.
So we just got to kind of the parking lot. This cave is way deeper back here than I thought it was. Of course, we came a back route from our camp area, which might make it seem even further deep than it actually is. We'll see on the way out when we just go straight back to the freeway. But it's nice, it's quiet back here. There's only like 2 other cars. So hopefully we'll get to experience the place mostly, or maybe all to ourselves. We will see. Yeah, I'm excited about this cave. It's gonna be super cool. You excited, buddy?
He just woke up.
He just woke up from a nap, so he's still waking up. But yeah, I think this is gonna be really cool for all of us. Yeah, caves are always fun. So let's go check it out. right, we're down to the bottom of the cave. Don't fall. Now, we're gonna go where those lights are there. We're gonna crawl back that way. And the cave opening is, I don't know, back there somewhere. Just watch your footing, buddy. Just walking up the cave. This is so cool. And this is apparently what happens when I give my daughter my camera. What are you doing, you crazy? So I can't help but wonder about places like this. Like, this is a pretty massive cave slash almost like a tunnel that at one point had to be all solid rock. How did this one little stripe of earth get hollowed out and then those holes get opened up? Any geologist majors out there that might have an answer to that, please leave a comment and let me know. My only assumption is that maybe this one little stripe was a different kind of rock, a softer kind of rock, and so just water made its way through the top and then slowly washed it out. That's my only guess. It's such a wild, just kind of unbelievable thing. Just this random cave out in the middle of nowhere. And whoever found this, how did you find it? But yeah, I absolutely love finding just these rare gems like this out in nature. Just so cool. Keep going. You're fine, go.
You go ahead of me.
Angel and Kira decided to hike out of the cave, but Asher and I decided to explore just a little bit deeper. That'll hurt if you hit your head. That's getting small, dude.
Why is it so wet?
Because there's water dripping off the ceiling.
It's getting larger in here.
Is it?
Yeah, look, it's a
Oh,
little
it's a little bit taller right here.
Oh, Dad, look at this.
Oh, yeah?
That looks like a sculpture bit.
Think so?
Wait, it still goes? Oh, yeah, I don't think we'll be able to fit here.
You don't think so? Is that as far as we can go?
I can make very, very tight in this little spot.
Yep, it is.
Oh, you can go that way. Still goes?
Keep going.
This is a cool cave.
It is a cave.
This is one I want to go in.
Good idea, buddy.
Thank you, guys. And here and Mom are missing out.
Yeah, they are.
And I didn't stand up.
Oh, yeah, it got bigger back here again, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna turn off the light, okay, buddy? Let's see how dark. Let's see how dark it is.
And quiet.
And quiet when the lights go off. All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
That's pretty dark, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
All you hear is little water droplets coming off the rocks.
Maybe it's a bat.
No, it's just water that's dropping off the rocks.
This is so cool.
That's
Maybe
pretty crazy, huh?
something's creeping up on us.
All right, let's hike out now.
Yep.
All right, that way.
This is so cool.
It's a massive cave.
This cave's so cool. Ooh, I see light.
You see the opening?
Yep.
Almost there. So now, got to see that really cool cave. We are gonna slowly make our way back to the freeway, and then we're gonna head up to Mount Hood. There's a thing I just recently learned about. It's a slide, an alpine slide. Yeah, that's the word, an alpine slide. And you sit in this little, I don't even know what to call it.
It's a go-kart.
It's like
It's
a
not a
sled,
go-kart.
right?
It's like a sled, but there's this long chute that you get into, almost like a bobsled. But it's made for these little 1 or 2 person sleds. And you slide down this nice track that's just doing this, and the whole time you're looking at Mount Hood up in front of you. It looks really cool from the videos I've seen online. So I think we're all really, really excited to see that. So we stopped to get gas, and I was in there getting stuff for the whole family, like little snacks for the family. I saw on the corner they had some, like an actual little tiny Mexican food spot. So we had street tacos for $4 each. I'm like, that's a pretty good deal. These are fantastic. I got carne asada, a bunch of cilantro, and some onions. Very good stuff.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we could throw it and drive. With the radio up so loud they can hear us from miles.
Just got here to the Hood Ski Bowl, and I cannot wait to do this slide. What do you think, buddy? You excited?
Way!
Good answer.
Nothing to lose. I feel it in my soul. So let's
Turn around,
let
bud.
the good
Listen.
times roll. Down, we'll never come down. When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do right now. My heart's on fire.
As we stood waiting for our turn, we were all so excited because coming up that chairlift, watching everyone else come down, it looked like so much fun. Cannot wait for our turn. And after just a short few minutes, it was finally time. Also, just so we're all clear, my mission here is to go as fast as possible. That was fantastic. What'd you think, buddy? What'd you think, Munchkin?
I shouldn't have fallen off.
Apparently she was going a little bit too fast around one of the corners.
They told me that I didn't have to slow down. I didn't fall off.
I was going like.
But all is well. We're all good. But that was, it's not the cheapest thing. It's $28 a person for one ride, or $33 a person, and you get 2 rides each. So not the cheapest activity, but absolutely worth it if you're in the Mount Hood area in the summer. It's so much fun. So absolutely worth a little jaunt out here to do that. Thank you so much for joining us on our Oregon adventure. It's been a lot of fun. This has been a good little quick weekend trip. I hope that from some part of this or all of it, maybe I've inspired you to get out with your family to do a little weekend adventure. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, which I sincerely hope you did, please like and subscribe, and maybe share this with someone else that you might want to do a similar adventure with. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Thanks for watching.